All right, so we've learned about Pablo Picasso today, and today we are going to start creating our Pablo Picasso cubist face. So I'm going to give you 3 colors, and you can choose which color you want to have as the eyes and the nose. And we will draw the first part together. We can use pencils, and then we'll start tracing with Sharpie, or not with Sharpie, we're going to use black crayons, but you can decide which color you want to have your eyes and your nose. And then you're going to use that black crayon, and they're very simple lines, but we want to make them nice and thick so that we really can see that line well. Sometimes I use a brown crayon to go on top to make sure that that line is nice and thick so that we really get a good line. We'll do this part together. This is kind of the nose. Since cubist artwork isn't realistic looking, we don't have to make it look real. Then we're going to do the eye. Now the eye, we're going to do 2 different versions. So we'll do one that's looking at us, and it's kind of a line, a curved line that comes to a point like a rainbow, and then another curved line that comes to a point. Now that's too light. I want to make sure that my line is thick, kind of like this one. You can see how that's a lot thicker. So we'll do that first part together, and then we're going to make all those details like the eyelid, and we're going to do that part in the middle, which is also called the iris, and then that pupil is going to be there in the middle. All right, so I'm going to show you one more, and then we'll do some of these together. This next eye is going to be the eye that looks from the side. These are going to be kind of like curved, like it's like a V, but it's curved. And then we're going to do not a circle like this eye, but we're going to do an oval because this eyeball is looking from the side. And then our pupil will be kind of right there. All right, so we're going to pause the video, and then I'm going to come back and show you how to add color. Okay, so I made my lines nice and thick. Now we're going to add the color with the construction paper crayons. So these crayons are kind of nice because you can color right on top of the color paper that you're using, and it really covers it really nicely. So especially when I use the white, I like using the white because it covers up whatever color that is, and the white's going to make it look really more like an eyeball. But make sure you get all the white spots. So the white spots are going to be important that we don't see for this part, and we also can combine colors. So if I wanted more of like a blue-green eye, I can add a little bit of green into my eye, or if I want more of a brown eye. So this is going to be my little highlight. I'm going to make a little white dot to make it look like the eye has a little bit of shine on it, and then all the other details like eyelashes, you can use other colors too. You don't have to just use black. See if we can put a little bit of orange. You can't really see that very well, but you know what you can see is white. So if I take the white and make a little highlight on top, just kind of like when we did our other Vincent van Gogh pictures, you can really see that. So the same thing you're gonna do with the eye that's facing you. You're gonna color in the sides white, color in the inside, whatever color you choose, and then once you're done, at the very end, you add the little shine. So let's see, this paper's red, so I think I'm gonna make this eye, maybe I can make this one purple. That looks kind of cool. And then once you have the eye finished, at the very end, come back and add your white. So make sure you get those white spots. Sometimes I go back with the black. Make sure I get a nice dark circle because sometimes I overlap that part a little bit. If you want to add another color in there, maybe you want a little bit of blue into your purple, make it more of a dark purple color. Just make sure you get all the white spots, and then at the very end, add your little highlight. That little shine kind of makes it look like there's light hitting your eye, and that looks really, really good. And then we'll have our eye, our nose, our 2 eyes and our nose, and we'll work on the next part next time. All right, today we are going to create the face and the hair and the neck for our person. So we'll do this first with a pencil. you're going to draw a shape for the head, and it doesn't have to be a perfect circle. Then you'll add a couple diagonal lines for the neck, and then you can kind of decide how you want to add the hair. If you want it to be spiky hair, if you want it to be kind of coming down, if you wanted to have just kind of a funny looking hat, maybe you wanted to have a hat on him or her. It can be however you want. We're not going to draw the face today, but once you have your face drawn the way you want it, you're going to outline with your black crayon. And you want to make sure that that's a nice dark line and it's thick. And if you don't like necessarily something that you drew, you can always erase it with pencil. And then you can add what you want. And then once you're finished outlining it, it's going to look like this. So you'll have kind of a blank face. You can add your lips later. And then you're going to decide how you want to put the eyes. So you have one eye that's looking sideways. You have one eye that's looking straight, and you should have a nose. So you're going to arrange these on your face to see how they look the best, how you like them. They don't have to be where they normally are. You can kind of decide. I'm going to try to figure out how I like. That looks kind of nice. And then I'm going to glue them down, and the rest of my picture that's still showing, I can fill that in with different colors, and it doesn't have to be realistic. We can use lots of different colors for that. Also with the hair too, you're going to fill that in with color. You can make it rainbow, you can make it a pattern, you can decide how you want to fill it in, and then we will work on these for a couple more days.